Hello and welcome. If you are watching this video, I am very happy that you have decided to join us. And today we're going to be practicing the quiz for Module 5. Now this practice quiz is pretty much identical to the test that you will be seeing. I'm going to try to cover as many questions as come up. And if you definitely have some questions, please don't hesitate to send a message or to contact your teacher. Keep in mind, I am a human being, so I definitely make mistakes. So mistakes are possible. I try not to, but again, I cannot promise anything. So double check, make sure that I'm doing everything correctly, and that if there is a mistake, to definitely let me know. I'm going to try to show you as many different ways to do these. If there are any tricks or an easier route that I believe, I would definitely love to show that to you. And again, this is for Integrated Math 1, Module 5. This is the quiz. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is asking us for the following function, 3x minus 5y is equal to 15. They want us to identify the y-intercept and the x-intercept. So from here, you need to know that the y-intercept, think of it as opposites. The y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. The x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So in order to find these out, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show my work here and here. For the y-intercept, I'm going to show 3x minus 5y is equal to 15. And I'm going to substitute or plug in 0 for x. And then 3 times 0 is just 0, so I'm going to cross that out. So I get negative 5y equals to 15. We're going to divide by 5 both sides. These cancel out, as we call it, or negative 5 divided by negative 5 is just 1. So we have 1 times y is just y, so we have y left over. And then 15 divided by negative 5 should be negative 3. Now, at any point you feel like I'm going too fast, definitely pause this video, go back and rewatch it. You can slow it down if you need to. Definitely do that. So a trick with the y-intercept that I've learned is if you take your finger and you cover up, since you're just multiplying by 0, you just cover up the x term. Kind of saves you this step right over here. If I just cover up the x term, it just saves you a step if that's what you'd like. Now for the x-intercept, you are going to be setting, same equation, you are going to be setting y equals to 0. So once again, make sure you don't forget your parentheses because those are important. They change something. Again, just take your finger and cover up that term, and so you get 3x equals 15. Divide by 3 both sides. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So we have left over x is equal to 15 divided by 3, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. I like to put my answers in a little box. So in my class, what I always like to do is I want to make sure that you understand what an intercept is. So the y-intercept to the x-intercept is where it crosses the axis. So the y-intercept is a point, specific point, where it crosses on the y-axis, and then the x-intercept is a specific point on the x-axis. So depending on what your teacher would like for you to do, some would like your answers to be just as such, some would like just a numeric. Excuse the bell. There it is. In my class, I like my answers to be in a form of a point. What is the y-intercept? Where does it lie on the y-axis? Well, it lies at x is 0, y is negative 3. And for the x-intercept, we're saying x is 5, y is 0. So these are the answers that I would like for our class in the form of a point. Now, excuse the noise if it gets too loud, as the final bell has rung, and it is a Friday, so we are very happy to be leaving school as of right now. All right, I'm going to shift this paper up a little bit. At this point, make sure that if you have any questions, definitely write those questions down in the corner or on a separate sheet of paper, so that way those questions can be addressed.